right. Are you waiting for your bus, are you?
Yeah.
Is there any chance I'll be able to ask you 3 quick questions, if that's alright? No worries. Do you mind if I sit down?
No, thanks.
Sure. What's your name, by the way?
Ricky.
Ricky. What are you studying, by the way?
I'm not at the college.
You're not?
Just up the road.
Oh, you're up the road, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. So the first question is, have you ever thought about, like when we die, have you ever thought about if there's anything else, like when we die, or do you reckon there's like nothing, or?
I don't think there's anything personally.
Yeah, no, I've asked a few people today, and that's the quite common like thing, like. The second question is, so a bit of backstory about myself. I had like no religious upbringing or anything like that. I didn't really believe in it. I thought there was too many religions to believe. Like, why is there one? Like, how is there one religion, sort of thing? So then I went into it. I looked into science, history, and all that, and like, and I believe that the Bible was like a history book. So I looked into it, read it, and then I actually believe what they were saying, like, because obviously it links to like places and events and everything like that. Have you ever thought about that sort of thing? Do you believe that it did happen, like Jesus came, or do you think it's a story?
I think he probably was a real person.
Yeah. But whether
think
his claims, like, because he was claiming that he was like the son of God and everything.
he probably did exist, but
No, that's what.
Not in that sort of son of God type thing.
Yeah. So obviously we've got pretty much two options. We've got either like like you said, when we die and there's nothing happens, or there is something that happens, and then that's what I believe. Like, I believe there is like heaven, and you go to heaven if you like look to Jesus. So because he claimed all these things, and like you said, he claimed these things, we don't know whether he was right or not. But because he died, and then eyewitnesses like from the accounts saw him, and they saw him after he died, which obviously that's quite, that doesn't really happen. Like, that's why I do believe that he is real. So would you have you ever in your life, would you reckon you'll like explore that and look to maybe like explore religion, explore Jesus and stuff like that?
Probably not. I mean, I had it around me when I was a kid and stuff.
Oh, did you grow up with it, did you?
Yeah, not like heavy, but
yeah.
Family were obviously part of the church.
Yeah.
It's like that. So I've had it as a kid.
But you don't want to explore it now, yeah?
No, I don't think I would.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But
I just, focus on just like being decent and just,
Well, that's the first part of the thing that I've looked at is like, once you get past the life, so obviously you start off, and then I was the same. I was like partying, drinking, smoking, all that sort of things, right? Yeah. And then you get to the point where it's like maybe you start to think like, is there more? Is there stuff that we can't see going on in behind the scenes sort of thing? And that's where I started to look into it. So I do encourage you to look into that, because it's once you have a look into it, I think you'll find it gives you that knowing, it gives you that certainty, like when you die, you're gonna go somewhere that you want to go. But I'm nearly 30 now. I won't ask you your age, don't worry. I don't like it, but I'm nearly 30, I think. And then I wanted to try and condense it, because the Bible's massive, right? And it's so many things going on in the Bible. And I've tried to condense it, and I've tried to to link it to like today's society and all that sort of stuff. If I were to give you a document today, it's only like 10 pages, 11 pages. Would you have a little quick read of it in your own spare time?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Honest with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy that you're honest. Like, I know that if you're genuinely not going to look into it, I'm not going to try and force you to look into it.
Well, I mean, it's just something I've already looked into. I'm 34, so I have looked into this.
Yeah, I thought you were about my age. Yeah.
So it's something I've already made peace with,
Yeah, I mean, I do respect your decisions. Obviously, you're your own person. What if I were to say, and this is not to like try and fearmonger you, what if I was to say, like, if there is a bad place, like you say you want to separate yourself from God, you had a chance to accept God, you didn't, are you scared of that? Are you scared of death at all?
No, I think that I don't want to, if I was to believe in anything, I wouldn't want to believe in somebody that just because I didn't believe they were a thing, I'd be punished for that alone.
What if it's
I
like
live
more
my life like honestly and as a decent person.
That's what literally my thing says. There's like a page where it says chart of doubt, and it's basically like all your doubts. Like, it's like why people doubt God. What if he's a mean God? Why is he mean God? Why do bad things happen to good people? What if I'm just a good person? I think I'll go into heaven. Goes through all of that, and it's like my answer to that is like, my response to that is, it's more like not a place, because do you know like the story about Lucifer and like Satan and that?
Not really.
So basically, Satan, what he did in heaven, he wanted to go against God, and he got cast down because he was like, you can't go against God, right?
Right.
So he got cast down, and he put him in a place that's like away from God, right? So that's not punishment. That was like, you don't want to be with me, right? You're gonna go to your own place. And this is the same for us as humans. It's like, we don't have to go to God, but if we choose to, he'll allow us into the kingdom. But if we choose to go like, I don't want to be a part of it, he won't put, it's not punishment. He'll say, because he loves us, he's like, I'll put you in a place where you want to go. You don't want to be with me. Does that make sense to you? Right, so I don't want you to go to that place, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I know you don't know me, I don't know you, but I really don't want you to go to that place, right? And this isn't fear-mongering, because I know what thing, like, it's like scaring people. I'm just saying, if there is, what if you, like, there's many atheists, have you heard of them, like Anthony Hopkins, all this, anti-Hitchens and stuff like that? And they say, oh yeah, and then, but what if they're wrong? If they're wrong, nothing happens, right? If they're wrong, if they're right, nothing happens. But if they're wrong, what if they're setting themselves up for bad? Like, that scares me. Hopefully it should scare you too. Because what if you're wrong and you go to I don't want you to go to a bad place. I don't. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
What would I say?
It's just not something.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna sit here and try and convince you. I want you to do it in your own time. Maybe just reconsider it. Like, even if today's conversation you just think about it a bit more. Like, obviously I know you're a busy man. You've got loads of stuff going on and stuff like that. But I just have a little rethink of it, because I think it's really important. It really is important, because we could die at any point. COVID proved that. You know, like my uncle, he got hit by a bus. 1 minute he's here, the next minute he's gone. You know, like, what happens then? Like, all your dreams, all you're like, oh, I want a big house, I want a car, I want a nice fancy car, I want a big house and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's great. But what happens if, like, you just suddenly not here anymore? You need to prepare yourself for the afterlife. I really think that you should try and prepare yourself for the afterlife.
Well, it's probably something I will think about.
Good, yes.
Later, but
have a little think of it. Yeah, not at this stage. How about, I'll ask you.
As you get older,
as you get older,
thinking more about.
Well, like I said, you know, mortality is grim, but like, obviously young people do die as well, and you're young yourself. So I'm going to say to you, I really appreciate you talking to me. I'll ask you one more time. Do you want to take this and just like put it somewhere and then maybe come back to it later on?
Honestly, man, I will definitely not read that.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It'll just end up like
in the corner. Yeah. No worries. I mean, I thought I'd ask you. Yeah, but it does answer the questions that you've already asked today, like what if I'm a good person and stuff like that. But no worries. Cheers for that. Thank you, Ricky. Cheers for that. Have a nice day.
You too, man.
Crack on. Cheers.